Hi there, I'm just wanting to do a little video, and I think again I want to talk about ascension. This is something that I speak about all the time. Pretty much everything I talk about is about ascension, because that's what we're all going through in this global awakening. And ascension, like I was saying yesterday in the video I did yesterday about ascension, is that it is the fundamental part of you. Because basically you can only attract what you are. Basically, you can only attract what you're vibrating at. So regarding abundance, that's how it works. It's basically you attract what you're vibrating at, and everything that you attract is there to teach you lessons of yourself that you haven't learned yet. It's like people say you shouldn't want to work out what other people are thinking. Well, you should, because, my argument to that is you should, because everything else is the reflection of yourself, you see. Everything else is just the reflection of you. That's the whole point of other things being there. It's to basically bring out reflections of yourself that you're not aware of, you see. And so by working out what other people are thinking or whatever, you're actually just working out other elements of yourself. So that's why that's important, because it's important to understand others, because by understanding others, you're understanding yourself. That's what you're doing. And so that's what you're doing, because everything is one. The one is the other, and the other is the one. You see, it's like, the other day I was watching this quantum physics video on YouTube, and I didn't look for it, and it came up, and it was talking about about how a little tiny object is actually every other object. It's just an illusion of something's big or something's small, you see. To an insect, it's big itself. It doesn't perceive itself to be small. You know what I'm saying? It's just different perceptions or different types of awareness give different experiences, but it's all one infinite field, infinite potential, infinite consciousness. And that's ultimately what we are. Just an infinity of whatever, and you're channeling whatever you want to channel and experience. Everything's just awareness. And, and regarding, what, if you want to talk about what we are, everything must come from nothingness. Everything must come from nothing originally. So all the things that you think you're tapping into are past lives or records of some kind. It's all just dreams, because if you start as nothing, what can you actually be if you start off as nothingness? You can't be much. You can't be much if you start as nothing. At best, the only thing I can come up with is you're some sort of dream. Because to start off as nothing, you're formlessness. So if you're formlessness, that means that at best, you can only be a dream. You can't be anything else. So people take too seriously the physicality and the realness of reality, but remember, at some stage, everything would have been nothing. Like what Stephen Hawking said. I believe it was Stephen Hawking that said, before the universe existed, there was absolutely nothing. And you don't even have to be an intelligent scientist to work out that, but at some stage there would have been nothing. So from the nothing to be the something, I think nothing would have to be like that thing when you're sitting on your own and thoughts and ideas come out of nowhere. I think it's just like an infinite manifestation, dreaming kind of power. But the fact of the matter is that that's what you originate from. So that means everything that you're experiencing, when you think you're accessing past lives or records of some kind, it's just other dreams you're accessing. And the reason you're able to access it is because everything's interconnected as one, you see. It's like parallel realities. You know, what's the point in parallel realities? The point of it is basically a protection thing for this reality. And all these parallel realities, parallel dreams, are interconnected. And they're all influencing this experience. They're all like tapping into each other and helping each other. It's all like one infinite field, you see. And all the other versions, it's like you have to have every possible outcome of an experience, so that if this one goes bad, you've got something to fall back on. This is the purpose of parallel realities. That's the whole point of it. It's a protection thing for your current experience. And because it's every possible outcome, that means that you can only be experiencing perfect. Because these parallel realities, remember, everything starts as nothing and no time, non-duality. So that means that these parallel things, these parallel dreams, whatever you want to call it, have infinity to run themselves. So that means it's an infinitely perfected nowness experience. So that means your nowness experience has been infinitely run. It's run itself infinitely. So it's infinitely perfect. And yeah, so that's why everything is actually perfect. That's why when you awaken, you realize that everything's perfect. As you awaken more and more, you realize why it's perfect. Because of these parallel things, and it's infinite, you see. And that's ultimately what this path has been showing me. You know, this path that I'm on, you know, is basically everything to me. You know, everything ever since this awakening, it completely changed me, because it's what's fueling me. It's what's this path is just given and given and given, and it's my fuel. It's like my fuel of my life, basically. And it's to me, I think ascension is the fundamental part of your life, because you can only attract, like I say, what the level of consciousness of which you are. You can't attract anything better. So abundance, people talk about abundance, that's achieved through ascension. The more you're ascending, the more great things you're attracting in your life, the more deeper lessons you're learning. And that leads to clarity. That's what abundance is. Abundance is just growth. If you're wealthy with money, you're learning things. If you're not wealthy with money, you're learning things. So abundance is always happening all the time. That's the thing about abundance, it's always going on. You're never without abundance. But yeah, so you're never without abundance. But anyway, I'm just going to end it there. If you're watching, you're meant to watch it. Everything falls in divine order and divine timing. Thank you much for watching. Thank you.